app.
The Government of Canada and public health experts are taking action to protect Canadians from COVID-19. Protect yourself and others, especially those with medical conditions and older adults. Wash your hands often. Avoid touching your face. Cough or sneeze into your arm and disinfect surfaces. You should also avoid crowded places. Avoid all non-essential travel. And if you're sick, stay home. To learn more, visit canada.ca/coronavirus. A message from the Government of Canada.
Dear Real Canadian Superstore and No Frills customers, starting April 16, flyers will be digital only. Please know that low price commitment is still the #1 priority, and they're still providing great weekly promotions and offers.
Your low price commitment's your #1 priority?
NoFrills.ca, and in the PC Optimum app.
The City News Time 9:48.
UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has spent a night in intensive care after his COVID-19 symptoms worsened. This as deaths surge in France, and Japan steps up its effort to stop the spread. 680's Laura Carney joins us with the latest international developments. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson remains in an intensive care unit where he's in stable condition and
stable. Yeah, he's dead.
We get the latest from the BBC's Vicky Young from outside Downing Street.
He is receiving standard oxygen treatment. He has not required mechanical ventilation or non-invasive respiratory support.
Johnson was hospitalized on Sunday and was moved to the ICU after his condition deteriorated yesterday. He was diagnosed with COVID-19 on March 26th. As the outbreak in France worsens, the mayor of Paris has announced a daytime ban on outdoor exercise. Health officials in France believe the peak is still coming. A state of emergency now in place in Japan for 7 virus.
Yeah, you motherfuckers always kissing on the cheeks and shit.
The BBC's Rupert Winfield Hayes.
A number of medical experts here who have said it has come too late, this should have been done earlier.
And a massive milestone in China, the country where the COVID-19 pandemic began, recorded no new deaths for the first time since late January. I'm Laura Carney. The province is asking people to call their family doctor if they have COVID-19 questions after widespread complaints about the wait times on its telehealth line. The Ministry of Health tells CBC News the current average wait time for COVID-19 related calls is about 23 hours, while the average wait time for other inquiries is about 2.5 days. As of Saturday, the service had received 79,000 COVID-19 related calls. Health Minister Christine Elliott says the aim is to get the average wait time for all calls down to a day. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check in with traffic and weather.
680 News Time 9:50.
1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. You got this quick and easy. You'll benefit a child, get a maximum tax credit.
1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Also accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and truck donations.
Of course, you always want to be there for your parents and grandparents. But when you can't be right there with them, Direct Alert by TELUS Health can be. This personal emergency response service gives your loved ones access to 24/7 support at the push of a button.
Did not make this
and knowing
staccato.
they're taken care of takes some of the worry away.
Lou, we need
by
you.
TELUS Health is simple to install yourself, ships directly to you, and starts at $25 a month. Right now, you can save up to $180 a year on select plans. Visit directalert.ca for details.
680 News Time 9:51.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
And this report brought to you by Trillium Health Partners Foundation. There's quite a bit of construction actually on the highways right now. You're going to find East 401 at Kipling and the Express, the left lane being blocked off. There's also this collision after that, east of Leslie and the Collectors, 2 right lanes and the ramp lane that are closed off. But really no delay through here, though. Gives you an idea of how lightly traveled things are on the roads these days. You're going to find westbound 401 construction as well at Allen and the Express. It's blocking the right lane. Meantime, new construction being set up south 404 around Highway 7. They're blocking 3 left lanes, and that's a moving closure, so that could prove to slow some vehicles down.
Rocket truck.
Looks like it's already starting to bunch up as you travel through that zone. Meantime, off of the major routes, there's a power outage in Etobicoke from Bloor to Eva and West Mall to East Mall. Trillium Health Partners frontline healthcare workers are helping our community fight COVID-19. They need you to join the fight. Donate at trilliumgiving.ca. All donations will be matched. Give now. With the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
One more pleasant day for us before things turn a little unsettled and we get into some wet weather as we head towards the Easter long weekend. Guaranteed high today, 12 degrees. Showers move in
especially for the evening. May get some for the afternoon, but it's mainly for the evening and overnight. 5 for the low. 12 again tomorrow. Those showers should end early in the morning. They'll still have a chance of a few showers, some sunny breaks tomorrow. And then Thursday, wet and windy. The high only 7. Could get some flurries Thursday night. For today, the guaranteed high, 12.
And right now downtown, we got mostly sunny conditions right now. Starting to see that sunshine and 10 degrees. And we got sunny conditions as well up at Pearson. 680 News Time, 9:53.
Hey, why isn't your girlfriend drinking? I offered her one and she said no. She not feeling well?
She's fine. She's just pacing herself.
Ah, she can't keep up with you.
Man, look at the size of her. I've got a good 60 pounds on her. Of course she can't.
Studies show that when a man and woman drink the same amount of alcohol under the same conditions, a woman's blood alcohol level will be higher due to biological differences.
Broccoli and cheddar soup.
Theconversation.ca.
Someone tells me that's going to be good for me.
What you need to know.
It's either going to be really good or it's going to make me shit myself. One or the other. Whipping cream. Water, broccoli, milk, cheddar cheese, whipping cream.
North of that, freezing rain overnight. South of that, it's going to remain as suggested.
What you need to know.
We're here.
This is 680 News.
680 News Time, 9:54. For sports fans, a true sign of spring was supposed to begin 2 days from now. The Masters in Augusta, Georgia. But with the sports world in shutdown, fans will have to wait months to watch it if they're lucky. Our Simon Bennett has more.
A true sign of spring, the
Chicken and
peaceful
rice.
fading of Augusta with the flowers blooming along with the memories.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
The Masters were supposed to start on Thursday, but that's not happening now. A massive reshuffling of the golf calendar was announced.
What?
July British Open canceled. The 3 other majors moved to later this
Just
year.
pure sugar
The big
and
one,
18%
Augusta,
butter.
will now take place, they hope, in mid-November. Golf columnist Jason Silver.
Quite honestly, I think a Masters in November, cooler temperature, maybe a faster from a golf course. I think it could be really cool.
Still on the calendar, the RBC Canadian Open in June at St. George's here in Toronto. That's at Royal York and Eglinton. Whether that sticks remains to be seen. I'm Simon Bennett.
Coming up in 60 seconds, stocks are surging as the U.S. government looks at another $1 trillion stimulus plan. Business
Yeah, that'll, the first, that'll work this time.
Homeowners look forward
Sure.
to spring for tackling home improvements. It's also a time for construction and excavation, whether it's installing a deck, fence, pool, or planting a tree. Visit OntarioOneCall.ca. Ontario One Call is a free service
Let's
available
do that
to
coffee.
everyone. Just dial 1-800-400-2255 or visit
What a
OntarioOneCall.ca.
day, what a day.
It's an action that could save you time, money, and keep you safe. A message from TC Energy, who believes safety is always in season.
Hey guys, it's
TransCanada, TC Energy, we're fucking killing you bastards. Come on out, work on that pipeline. I'll sneeze in your face, buddy. Then I'll duct tape you to the fucking pipe.
They feel great too.
I'm gonna leave you out there too, eh?
Combinations, so tall, short, slim, and bigger guys can experience the perfect.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do. Go watch the videos of all the violent shit we do that the cops don't interfere in, bro. Come build your pipeline now, buddy. Come build your pipeline. I'm gonna be laying pipe in your mother, your wife, and your kids, bitch. Yeah, you're out in the woods working. I'm at your house working, homeboy.
680 News Business Report.
Watch,
Here's
watch,
Mike
nigga.
Ethel.
You all gonna be clusters when I'm done with you. You all gonna be sucking dick for drugs.
Stimulus plan is being debated
I'm an
in
evil man.
Washington. House Speaker
Evil
Nancy
plans,
Pelosi
and nobody
looking
stopped
at
him yet.
a fourth
Go
economic
ahead,
stimulus
brag what you're gonna do.
initiative, and,
Like the
this
last
one could
man,
be
and the
focused
last
on
man, and the last
infrastructure
man. We're dead,
other
dead,
sectors
dead,
that
dead.
were left out of the first 3 stimulus efforts, which tallied, when you factor in how much money the U.S. Central Bank is spending to buy bonds, upwards of $6 trillion so far. So they're going to raise the amount at some point.
It's going to be an unlimited amount because you're buying something that's losing money from people that don't know how to get out from under
for a
it.
second day. Also helped out by some of the COVID-19 counts globally related
Well,
to the
that's the
pandemic.
1-900 COVID
And
ID 19.
I believe that on the other side of the outbreak, we're going to
Find
see
out for whom the bell
economies bounce
tolls.
back, and
Well,
the hardest hit
1-900
sectors might be those to
COVID-19.
lead the charge to the upside. So here's what I'm looking at this morning. The TSX is up 440 points, or 3.33%. So in 11 days, 11 trading days, the TSX has gained 24% from the March 23rd low On Wall
No.
Street,
It's gained 24, but it's down like 30.
Over 2 days, it's up 10%. The S&P 500 is up 2.5% this morning,
36.
and 23% above its
Right,
March
motherfucker.
23rd low. Basically, what we've seen here is a peak to trough and then back up again in very short order.
Big
The big
to
question
drop.
is it
Big to
sustainable?
drop.
And
What'd you
based
say? Big.
on
Peak?
reality, because again, the
I'm a
earnings
peak,
of these big
motherfucker.
companies globally are going to be seeing a major hit, and of course, all of the people unemployed, and how much consumer spending will there
This
be
coffee is so white.
going forward, at least in the short term? It's a big question, but investors buying in so far this morning.
That's how much I would
excuse me,
put
some
in the
of
20
larger
ounces, only
gains
12.
early on. We're looking at travel and tourism and airlines and hotels, and even Boeing moving higher substantially in early trading activity, up by about 8%, and shares of Carnival Cruise ships, Carnival Corporation, up by 20% in pre-market trade and gaining about 17% so far in the early going this morning. We have the price for oil adding 34 cents, 26.43. Gold is just shy of $1,700 per ounce. Early on, it was at a 7-year high at 17.07. The Canadian dollar at one of its best levels in recent weeks, up to 71.67 cents US, and that's up by 3/4 of a cent. To the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
As a homeowner,
Blood
you have
spot.
built up equity value
It's
in your
dead.
home. With Capital Direct, equity equals flexibility for homeowners.
Oh, I
Flexibility
got a
to
pocket
finance
full of
your
change.
business.
Hold on.
Flexibility to renovate your home.
I got a pocket full of
Flexibility
change.
to pay off other bills like credit cards or property taxes. If you've got something you would like to take care of, call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL and see what's available for you. CapitalDirect.ca.
Are you
A
looking
welfare
for
check and a
mystery
food bank
expensive
sandwich,
online high
apparently.
school where you could earn credits or upgrade your marks? Learn
But I'm
from
good
home
with
the
that. I'm
Ontario
good with
Virtual
that. You
School.
can't take me out of
The
my
Ontario
element.
Virtual
No.
School allows you to earn
No.
OSSD
You're
credits
not
while
giving me
you learn
shrimp
from
and
home. So you
lobsters.
can
You're
get
not
your high school diploma.
buying me nothing.
Now
You're
is a
not
good
showing
time
me
to sign up.
flashy.
Set
No,
your own
you're not.
schedule
I'll
and get
fucking jack you.
24-hour
Don't even
access to
start
our
home.
certified teachers. Some courses
You
can
get
be
the fuck
completed
away
in as
from
little
my
as
fucking
4
food
weeks.
bank.
Learn more at OntarioVirtualSchool.ca.
Checking some regional weather conditions. Oakville, partly cloudy and 10 in Ajax. It's sunny and 8. Downtown Toronto, we have sunny cloud.
found rolling
It is 10
papers.
degrees. The News Watch never stops. 680 News is CFTR AM
1
Toronto. It's 10
Ultra
o'clock.
Fan. Peter Chambra, non blush. Oh, these are the.
Breaking news, traffic, and weather.
Here,
This is 680 News, Toronto.
Here are Steve Roberts and Sarah Parrott.
Good morning. This
You're
is
50 in a pack. What the hell? That's a
Good morning. Here's what's making news this hour. Ontario saw the smallest one-day increase in COVID-19 cases in a week yesterday. We are about 30 minutes away from the latest update.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is set to soon provide an update on federal COVID-19 efforts with a focus on how industry is stepping up to the plate to help with medical supplies. This after nearly 800,000 people signed up for emergency benefits.
And is Ultimate Fighting planning to move to a private island?
The Maple Leafs add their kind of guy, and baseball in May, they're trying sports at 15.
We've got decent gains on Bay and Wall Street, yes, for
Looks
a
for the
second
Custies.
straight day. A slight rebound in the price for oil, and our loonies going along for the ride. Business at 26.
It's 80 News Time, 10:01.
Oh, now time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Checking that drive this morning. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
All right, Steve, this report brought to you by St. Louis Bar and Grill. There's actually quite a bit going on the roads today. Eastbound 401, some construction
This
at Kipling
fuck
and the
all
Express.
going on,
So
buddy.
the
What the fuck are
left
you
lane
doing?
blocked. Crash after that, East 401, just east of Leslie Collectors. 2 right lanes of the ramp lane are blocked. You'll find westbound 401 with some construction at Allen and the Express, the right lane blocked there. Moving maintenance happening coming south on the 404.
Moving
Highway 7.
maintenance.
Right now, it looks like they're closer
Blocker
to the 407.
trucks.
3 left lanes are blocked for this as they continue to creep southbound. It's really
Creep.
slowing the drive
Yeah,
down
the creep.
south on the 404 from about to Highway 7 down to the 407 right now. Eastbound QEW left lane
coffee
blocked
money.
east of Contra, west QEW with
I forgot about the other dollar I had. I keep forgetting all the dollars
and
I
then
had.
construction northbound on the 410 at the 401 and the Express. HOB and left lanes are blocked. St. Louis Bar and Grill thanks you for supporting local businesses, including your local local St. Louis restaurant through takeout and delivery. Their deepest gratitude goes to the first responders keeping us all safe. With a check of your forecast, here's Julie Taylor.
Sunshine for a good portion of the day, and then things turn a little unsettled. The guaranteed high 12 degrees. We'll get into the wet weather around 7 o'clock tonight, although may have some showers before that. 5 degrees for the low. For today, the guaranteed high 12.
Right now in downtown Toronto, mostly sunny sky. It is 10 degrees. 680 News Time, 10:02.
Well, there have been over 4,300 positive cases of COVID-19 in this province, including at least 451 healthcare workers, with the latest update about half an hour away.
Yesterday's increase was the smallest in a week, but that doesn't mean we can let our guard down. 680 Irene Precklett joins us live with more. Irene?
And Sarah, yesterday Ontario saw 309 new confirmed COVID-19 cases. At about 10:30 each day, the province releases the latest results. Officials continue to warn about the need to maintain current rules to flatten the curve. Toronto Mayor John Tory asking people to stay away from parks if they can, but that doesn't mean you can't get some safe exercise with physical distance.
Try to walk on a side street that may not be crowded.
Tory announcing today more help for the city's struggling food banks who are seeing an increase in demand. Reporting live, Irene Precklett, 680 News.
You're listening to Toronto's only all-news radio station. This is 680 News. The Prime Minister will soon be updating Canadians on his government's efforts to deal with the COVID crisis. He's expected to highlight industry efforts amid this pandemic, as well as overwhelming response for the new federal emergency benefit.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is expected to use his daily address to the nation to highlight some of the efforts being made by private companies across the country who are stepping up to the plate during this pandemic and creating needed supplies like hand sanitizer, ventilators, and masks. This comes on the heels of the first full day of Canadians applying for the new Canada Emergency Response Benefit, which will provide people with $500 a week if they've lost all income due to this crisis. A stunning number of Canadians successfully applied on the first day, nearly 800,000. Most follow the federal suggestion that people apply by month of birth, so today applications will be for those with birthdays in April, May, or June.
Which has no effect on keeping things orderly. None. None. The day you were born has nothing to do with whether the computer's ready to take your order. No
draft of the bill has been given to the
Oh,
opposition.
fucking warning us.
McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
They're coming
The
back.
union representing Canada's postal workers is
Always come
expressing
back.
concern about the federal government's choice to strike a deal with Amazon Canada to deliver much-needed medical supplies to the provinces.
What's wrong with
The
Canada
Canadian
Post?
Union of Postal Workers says the deal was struck without consulting
Yeah,
them, and they
motherfuckers. What's
claim
wrong
the
with Canada
agreement
Post? We have
rewards
Canada
Amazon
Post for a damn
precarious
reason, eh?
jobs, and it ignores the health and safety concerns raised by Amazon workers. The union says it has written to the federal
Oh, you guys don't want to
express
deliver
its
shit
concern
samples on the weekend,
about labor
really?
rights.
Well, you make
It's a
up notice
Canadian
that
government
a lot of
job, though.
charity bins are turning into almost dumping grounds, with businesses no
Idiots.
longer
Idiots.
picking up
Oh, I'm
because of
throwing
the
stuff on the
coronavirus.
floor. I'm a good person helping.
Etobicoke with the call for the government to step
They're
in.
putting it in black bags. You can't see what's in it till the junkie rips it open. So they always rip it open. Then it rains. Then it's moldy. Nobody wears your fucking clothes. You're not a good person. You're an asshole.
Surrounded by bags of clothing, toys, even diapers. Much of the stuff, though, now strewn all over the ground in a huge mess.
It's disappointing. It's what the world's come to, I guess. It's crazy.
Like, people are just scavenging everything, right? It's crazy right now.
What does scavenging have to do with the issue at hand? Nothing. Nice bait and switch, 680. Nice bait and switch.
In other agencies like the
Blame it on the
Salvation
people
Army, Diamond
scavenging.
Village, and Oasis Clothing Bank are asking people wishing
Somebody
to donate
has to rip the
store
bags
their
open.
items
We're
at
not
home
going to leave
for
it
now.
sitting in our neighborhood wondering what it is. You dumped it in somebody else's neighborhood. It was your neighborhood. You wouldn't have left it there because you know it's not going to get picked up. That's why you didn't donate it in your neighborhood. They don't have those boxes in your neighborhood. Eh?
Struggle to provide healthcare workers with the protective equipment they need.
It's a case of 3M coming to Canada's rescue. A shipment of 500,000 masks expected in Ontario by the
Well, I
end
got
of
my
the day.
bandana made in
US
China,
President
so I
Trump
don't see
invoked
how
the
you'd
Defense
help it at all.
Production Act, forcing
And you made them out of
3M
Canadian
to stop
trees,
exports
so
to
who helped who,
fully
you
filled
dumb
domestic orders.
motherfucker?
But Trump eased his stance after
You're
the
higher
government
up the supply
guaranteed
chain, so
millions
we
of
helped
masks
you.
a
No, you
month
didn't.
for the US.
No, you didn't.
Reached
3M, I wasn't joking. Your factory's over here. I'll go bust this shit up. Watch your
Now, even
mouth.
with this shipment, Ontario could run out of masks in a couple of weeks. The
Dude,
premier says
arrest
production
you.
in
We don't
Ontario
need no
is
arrest
being
you.
ramped up, but it'll take several
All these
weeks.
dumb white
Now,
people
Ford of
need them
Canada has
masks.
begun making plastic face shields at its plant in Windsor. It'll begin sending them out to frontline medical staff and first responders this week. I'm Kevin Meisner.
You're listening to Toronto's only all-news radio station. This is 680 News. A plane carrying Canadians who've been stuck on 2 COVID-19 stricken cruise ships are now home in this country. A Coral Princess passenger
We know they're infected. Why did you bring them back? We know they're infected. It's no way they're not.
Masks and gloves on the flight.
Oh, that's helpful.
Healthy.
That's helpful.
Foreign Affairs Minister Francois Philippe Champagne says
everybody else on that fucking boat had no symptoms too, eh?
Into a mandatory 14-day self-isolation.
As COVID-19
mandatory
continues
self-isolation,
to
so it won't be enforced by
Pinecrest
anybody?
Nursing home in
Okay.
Bobcaygeon, the CBC has learned that the facility did not separate healthy residents and staff from sick ones until after 16 people had died. A nurse at the home says efforts
This
to
is the
move
staff.
people
They're
to
calling them
isolated parts
staff.
of the home were
PSWs,
hampered by
personal
space
support workers.
constraints,
It's a high
and
school
private
level
rooms only
program,
became
not
available
college.
after some of the residents with COVID-19 died. 3 residents of the home tested positive for the virus on March the 20th, but the CBC reports changes were not made until last week to move sick residents to one section of the home. So far, the virus has claimed the lives of 26 residents. 24 staff members have also tested positive.
Well, UFC 249 on a private island? Yeah, as mixed martial arts tries to keep
More
going while other
stupidity.
sports remain shut down, it appears UFC's top executive is about ready to try anything.
UFC 249 was supposed to happen in Brooklyn on April 18th. Given the impact of COVID-19 in New York City, it obviously won't, but it's still happening somewhere. Initially, UFC boss Dana White tweeted it would be, quote, somewhere on Earth. He then elaborated, you have to hear this, posted by ESPN's Brett Okamoto late last night.
This place where this fight's going to be on April 18th, I have locked up for 2 months. So I'm going to continue to pump fights out. I've also secured an island. I've got an island. The infrastructure is being built right now.
Wow, you sound like a good person. You're building stuff right now? You're a piece of shit.
They've already had to change the main event for the 18th. Justin Gaethje replacing Khabib
All these
Nurmagomedov,
motherfuckers do
who
K
cannot
for
leave
pay.
Russia.
That's how they start. Because it's entertainment. So it's okay.
City streets, and we'll let you know if there's some change for the price of gas.
City News
Well, I don't
Time
punch these
10:09.
motherfuckers.
2 men and a truck.
You can't punch them because they take it as it's, oh, he wants to have sex with me.
You know you can trust.
If I put my hands on him, it was with a knife or something because they ain't getting up again.
Since you know they have lots of men and lots of trucks. They'll wrap, pack, and
What a
move
morning.
everything you
We're
want.
gonna wrap
With
and pack
a
and move
96%
everything we
referral
need,
rating and the
Benjamin.
professionalism you can trust. The choice is simple. For a free annual
I found an island.
today, we're
And I brought a bunch of people there and we're building on it. You piece of shit.
the truck, the movers who care.
Taking a look right now at your
You're
city
famous,
streets,
you're a public figure. Yeah. Business goodwill, dummy.
For some ongoing construction work in north and southbound Kennedy, actually over the 401. Expect quite a few
Go watch my
restrictions,
Facebook
and that's
videos.
because
It's
we got some
business
bridge
goodwill.
repairs going on
Business
there.
goodwill. That's where that money come
680
from.
News, gas price update and process price.
Well, didn't you have a story about having $7 in your pocket, or almost $6 and change? You rounded up to 7. That's how I know the story's fake. When you're really that broke, it's like 62 cents, and you never forget the amount.
Longer than 42 days. That's why we need donors every day. There are lots of reasons to donate blood.
I had $7.
Tomorrow, next
You know,
week,
enough for a
and next
Starbucks
month,
and a
the need for
biscotti.
blood is constant.
I know
Check
biscottis
your
come from second
eligibility
cup.
to
I
donate
know.
and book now at blood.ca. Canadian Blood Services. Together, we are Canada's
I'm
lifeline.
not supposed to be getting pissed off. I would have left music on if I would have been pissed off, eh?
We think so. That's why at Duca
So
Credit
what?
Union,
I'm gonna have
you
like
get no fee
$500 in my
checking
bank account
accounts. You
tomorrow
also get high
for
interest
no
on
good reason.
deposits and investments and low mortgage
I'm gonna
rates.
pay back the person that
Plus,
bought my
you get to
boots.
share in the profits. That's the Duca difference. And now we're offering 2.5% interest on your savings until March 31st, 2021. Find out how at earnmore.duca.com. Do more, be more, achieve more with Duca Credit Union. Conditions apply.
The City News Time, 10:11.
Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones. How are things looking, Zach?
Not too bad. Crash just cleared on the eastbound 401 east of Leslie and the Collectors. Steve, other than that, just some construction to tell you about. This report brought to you by colleges.com. Nowhere am I seeing any sort of slowdown. It's sort of simply just that road work that's taking place. East 401 and Kipling Express, left lane blocked off. Looks like southbound on the 404, they have cleared that construction, or at least they're moving down zone on the southbound 404. The 3 left lanes are blocked off. Just going to pull up the camera here and see if there is any sort of slowdown south 404 through the 407.
Sports,
again, there is. So they've got the 3 left lanes blocked through there. It's the moving maintenance that are making their way south down the 404. And again, it's 3 left lanes blocked, so things are really slow through here. Meantime, construction, East QEW, east of Cawthra, left lane blocked. If you're west on the QEW, left lane's taken out at Winston Churchill. We have restrictions north 410 for construction, 401 in the express. The HOV and left lanes are blocked. Muskoka realtor Bob Clark is unveiling $60 million worth of luxury lakefront cottages this spring. For galleries and virtual tours, visit mymuskokacottages.com. With your forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Enjoy the sunshine in your own personal outdoor space today. We'll get into some clouds and then showers beginning around 7 o'clock this evening. Don't be surprised, though, if we do get some showers this afternoon. Guaranteed.
See, supposed to happen tonight, but it might happen this afternoon. I did the sewer covers yesterday, last night, middle of the night.
Windy
all
on
up Peel and West Toronto
Cooler
Street.
air as well. Could
West
get some
Toronto.
flurries Thursday night. For today, the guaranteed high 12.
Right now in downtown Toronto, we've got sun and cloud. It is 10 degrees. At Pearson Airport, partly cloudy and 11. 680 news time, 10:13.
And now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. And let's check in at the Business Center. Good morning, Chris McCusker.
Well, good morning to you, Steve. And we've got a good morning on markets for a second straight day. The TSX up by 2.5% or 350 points, 13,943. The Dow is up by 573. The S&P up by 84 and the NASDAQ higher by 114. So the S&P, the big winner right now in North America on a percentage basis, higher by 3.1%. And we are seeing this gain on Bay Street, even with gold down by $6, $16.87. Although oil is higher by 52 cents, $26.60 a barrel. And the Canadian dollar up by 0.6 cents, 71.47 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
What's the cost of investing without advice? That's a great question. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to find out why advice matters.
For 200 years we were slaves. Until God himself.
Is that all 200? Oh. Oh.
The 8-day festival of Passover begins. It marks the liberation of the Jewish nation.
I'm an internally displaced person, and I've been fighting genocide for 500 years. I got slaves on one side and slave traders on the other side. Fuck you talking about, you bullshit piece of shit. Chosen for what?
We in the hood shopping, ain't nothing changed. So that I roll with, bang. My homies stay buzz, throwing up fingers, sipping on some. We are like strangers, thug in my blood from the very first day. Certified VA official, don't play. Go the other way, don't come around here. Get sleeping on me, leave hoes in your gas. Big stacks to get that when I'm out on the block. If you fraud, I suggest you get back, get knocked. You're getting money over here, I don't know what you got. Cause the what I got is too big to fit in our socks. On my hustle hard, way before I came out the box. I'm in the spot all day, even when it gets hot. Only when you see po-po, everything stops. And when the yo goes, then it's back over the chop. Kill the crap, I would keep my brother with plus. I'm a flash war, boy, your boss over a top. These chats like the vision stand up, now let's drop. Cause when we step in the building, we alive, you hear guns pop. In this month, we got clocks, times twice to watch. Cause if we stand in the way of my bitch, get right. Better get that clientele, you're not. Ain't no motherfucking games, I get that. We in the hood shopping, ain't nothing changed. So that I roll with, bang. My homies stay buzz, throwing up fingers, sipping on some. We are like strangers, thug in my blood. Yeah. The life that I live, man. It's the life that I live, man. FOTG. Yeah. I speak what I fucking want, huh? I say what I fucking want, huh? Yo, my blood type is straight killing niggas. nigga running his house. Kidnap a faggot ass nigga who be running his mouth. It's the 7th letter, LOC, and the 11th letter. My twin is on, we stay in your lane if you know it's better. Can't change cause I'm stuck on some hot shit. Try fly past in your car, we shoot the glass of the cockpit. And run up on you, see you wall, and leave you stretched out on the concrete. And you hugging the floor. I'm a thug nigga, hair still nappy, hands still baggy, and keep it sharp in case niggas try to get at me. Look, I look like shooting fair ones and fist fighting. I smoke too many cigarettes, nigga, I'd rather light him. Cause I ain't got the lungs for that sweaty shit. How I'm gonna slap down your bitch on some petty shit. Real talk, ain't with the back and forth shit, I let my still talk. Fully loaded whip, battleship like it's Bismarck. Lock you done did it again, fuck a one shot. You know me, I'd rather hit you and your friend. For that slick talk, you oughta get it 2 times more. Now I'll rep the 6, this ain't 2 plus 4. And I'm all about the war, cause the revenge will be so sweet. On the streets with the street sweep against you so sweet. One to your skull, motherfucker, make it go bleed. 30 on their hip, through the sweater, see the pole feet. Cut on your body in the bushes cause you're cold. You niggas already know who I am. Feeling like Deuce, man, how I don't got pants. We the type to just hop at the van. Got enough in the clip to hit you and your man. Yeah.
Random, making it look random, but we plan no.
I say what I want, nigga. You better come check me. Come test me. You're attacking them nigga. Walk around on the front page, nigga. Holla.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christ, Samson, be not, let the beat rock. What it do? Yeah. Hey yo, you know I'm about to go off. Nova Scotian show off. We're frozen scoper than an Okanagan go off. The homie Brody told me he had a beat, he needed me to flow on. So we formed together like Ultron. Shit so sick, it'll make you wanna throw up. Sicker than a mix of liquor, piss, and coleslaw. So raw, disgusting. Nikolai Volkov with the punches and I'm lunging with a bunch of them. Stuff them in your ugly grin for lunch again. A microwave a hungry man until he's fucking dead. Understand? I'm an animal, a baboon, an orangutan with tattoos, driving up fast food, swing on my dang-a-lang, hang with me. You're probably catching a couple chargers. I'm not the hardest, I'm just an artist who's motherfucker retarded. You wanted to harm me? Don't be dumb. You should have come with an army for some rum and some drugs, ready to party.
I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put that shit on like that's the shit.
Cause I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put my shit on like holy shit.
Yeah. Doing blow until I throw up. Coke all in my nose crust. Don't trust Brody when he's smoking that stuff. Me and Christopher the illest for sure. Just the bitch was in trouble before ditching and stick my dick in the corpse. Drink until I'm dizzy, drunk and piss on the floor. Fucking your bitch until the clitoris sore. I'm on a mission for the riches and whores. I bottle of the liquor with some pills I can snort. This the sort of shit I spit for kicks when I'm bored. East Coast rider shit. We smoke fight a split. We don't like a snitch. Beast mode fight a bitch. Depot riding with some heat. So violent. G code silent, jeans go slider past my cheeks, so 90s with a mean cold smile. I'm a G, no lie. I got a bottle of the Keats and I think I'm gonna drink, so I'm peacing, don't find me.
I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put that shit on like that's the shit.
Cause I don't know where my mind is, my mind's lost. I don't know if I'll find it or I'm fucked. All I know is this.
You gon' put my shit on like holy shit. Now ain't that some shit? Holy shit.
Oh fuck, what was in the road today? A mattress or some shit? And he kept saying, oh, what was the word he kept saying? Oh fuck.
Yeah, you're
already know who it is. It's your boy, Playboy.
I'll show you one time, force you to learn. Get some cash back with the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite card every time. On how much you can earn. You'll even earn on your monthly subscriptions. And when it comes to those necessary purchases like gas and groceries, you get 4% cash back on eligible purchases. 4%. Plus, right now, your first year's annual fee is on us. Don't just spend, earn. The CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite card. Conditions apply. Learn more at CIBC.com/cashback.
Over the coming days and weeks, news on the coronavirus may become overwhelming. It has never been more important to stay informed on the latest local, provincial, and federal authorities to keep you and your family safe. 680 News continues to bring you the facts and information you need as this situation continues to unfold. Now's the time to remain calm and stay safe. We are here with you, and we'll always be here.
Always.
This is 680
No, until the power goes out.
Well, happening right now, the city of Brampton is now calling on the province and Ottawa to allow foreign-trained doctors who qualify to work to help on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. Councillor Charmaine
They're all busy
Williams
driving
says they
taxis,
all
brother.
need hands on deck.
We need all of these doctors on the front lines, not on the sidelines. And Team Canada needs to have all the players on the
Team
field.
Canada, one
If not, we just
nation.
don't stand a chance. And if you look at the numbers, as Mayor Brown said, 4.1 doctors per thousand in Italy, and in Canada, 2.6. Are we really ready for what's coming?
Free
Now, Mayor
healthcare.
Patrick
Hey,
Brown also
whoa! I
announcing
didn't know
new
that.
fines for people not practicing physical distancing, including soccer teams that jumped the fence to play some games, a tattoo parlor, a car wash, and even someone who had a birthday party on their neighborhood street. Well,
Big
coming up
birthday
in
party.
60
You getting
seconds,
busted for having a
markets
birthday party. I'm selling drugs on live video. You getting busted for having birthday parties. The world has gone sideways. Oh, I do that shit on camera on purpose to show you this is no joke.
We're working tirelessly to provide essential services to the vulnerable during COVID-19.
You know, when I see police, when somebody calls them for a victim crime, otherwise you don't
The
see them.
Salvation Army is adjusting its programs and services to bring help
Once a day,
to those who
maybe.
need it most. Join us and support our neighbors in need. To donate, visit salvationarmy.ca or call 1-800-SELL-ARMY.
David Jones here from Hire the Gardener. COVID-19 has brought a lot of change. I hope you're doing well. Many have asked
Yeah, a
me
lot
if
of
we're still
change. Look what that
open.
changed.
Absolutely. The grass will still grow, weeds will still need picking, and the gardener is still 100% committed to maintaining and beautifying the
Give my money.
24/7 view from your window. You don't have to come near us, but you can
Don't have to
definitely
come
wave
in.
to
Oh,
us.
it's right there.
Talk to us at hirethegardener.com. Take care of your home, and let's all take care of each other.
680 News Time, 10:26.
So we got two trips to the beer store today.
Business report. Let's check in at the Business Center with Chris McCusker. Now,
Yesterday I waited until Justin Timberlake,
still early.
drama teacher, started to talk.
Might have some
I shut off the video. They're like, "Oh, we're going to go live to him now."
Yes,
Nah,
we've got Bay and Wall Street higher for a second straight
I just
day.
left.
And I double checked this, and it's true. Right now, the TSX is up by 257, 13,850. Now, just for some perspective, year to date, it's still
Go
down by about
cash out.
17%.
Go get lunch. Cash
The Dow
out a
is up by
second time, and then come back and
453,
get
the
out.
S&P higher by 59, and the NASDAQ up by 83. And the NASDAQ, by the way, potentially
Not
looking at
spend
the
any money
first
along the way.
back-to-back
Maybe I'll
gains
make
since
money along
March
the way.
the 2nd, so over a month. Now, this is still rooted in optimism around slowing deaths and cases of coronavirus in some areas in the U.S. and Europe. Talk is also ramping up again about another stimulus bill in the U.S. And China, for the first time today, reported no new deaths. David Baskin is the
What about
president
new
of Baskin
infections?
Wealth Management. And David, aren't markets a little
All they have to do
too
is not report the
optimistic?
death. Boris Johnson's dead, I'm sure.
The people who run the stock market live in New York, and the numbers in New York
are trending a little bit more favorably, and I'm sure that has
Oh
something
yeah,
to
you
do
think
with
you're
it.
good? You're in
What I don't
California on the internet
we're
trading
gonna be in a
stocks, but
very
the guys running that shit are actually there.
period, probably as far as the eye can see. What I'm worried about, in particular, Chris, is that we probably will start seeing very scary numbers coming from the mid-Atlantic states and the southern United States in the next couple of weeks.
Shares in 3M moving higher today on that big announcement. The company is planning to produce 166.5 million N95 respirator masks in the next 3 months. It will continue sending them to Canada. That despite an earlier request by the Trump administration to send them only to the U.S. Right now, shares in 3M up by 5.6% to $148.70 a share. We've got gold down by $2, $16.91. Oil higher by 44 cents, $26.52. So that is a gain of 1.7%. Again, some optimism here that OPEC is going to cut production with that meeting slated tentatively for this Thursday. And the Canadian dollar right now is higher by 57.100, 71.44 cents US. I'm Chris McCusker. This is 680 News.
Hi, I'm Anthony Longo. Our family has been proud to serve Ontarians for over 60 years. And like your family, we're doing our best to stay positive during these challenging times. I'd like to thank all our team members for their continued commitment to serving our community. And I'm grateful to our loyal guests for being patient with us and with each other while we do our best to keep our shelves stocked, our stores clean, and our community safe. And even though we're all trying to keep our distance, I hope this experience will bring us all closer together. Thank you.
You have more important things to do than be stuck in traffic.
Listen for up-to-date traffic reports only on 680 News.
In these times, keeping your lungs healthy is more important than ever before. And the Lung Health Foundation is here to help. Maybe you want to get your asthma under control, but your inhaler technique needs work. Or you have COPD and you need tips that can help you manage breathlessness. Perhaps today you're finally ready to quit smoking or vaping. Certified respiratory educators are standing by for free confidential phone or chat sessions. Visit lunghealth.ca to get started today. Breathe easy. Lung Health starts now.
Well, taking a look now at your 680 News forecast, definitely some sunshine this morning. We are going to see some increase in cloud this afternoon, a guaranteed high of 12 degrees. Tonight, rain, unfortunately, in the forecast should begin around 7 o'clock tonight and a low near 5. Right now in downtown Toronto.
7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, now 7 o'clock.
Sunny skies and 10 degrees. 680 News time, 10:30.
#1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Sarah Barrett and Steve Roberts.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 7th.
And good morning. Here's what's making news this hour.
COVID-19 numbers in Ontario are about to be released. It follows the smallest one-day climb in a week, but that doesn't mean the worst is over. Brampton is pushing for foreign-trained doctors who qualify to be part of the city's team of frontline healthcare workers to battle COVID-19.
Private companies helping with medical supplies and the overwhelming demand for the new federal emergency benefit will be highlighted when the Prime Minister soon provides his daily update on COVID-19 efforts.
Good news, kids. The Easter Bunny will be working this weekend, thanks to Mayor John Tory.
The Leafs win the Bear Bannoff sweepstakes, and baseball is moving fast to get back. Sports at 45.
We've got triple-digit gains on the TSX, the Dow, and the NASDAQ, with markets higher for a second day, though a little off the highs for the day. And oil is holding about $26. Business at 56.
680 News time, 10:31.
Time for traffic and weather together all the ones. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
This report brought to you by St. Louis Bar and Grill. Been looking at all the cameras on the South 404 between Highway 7 and the 407. Basically, there's moving maintenance going on. Right now, they're south of the 407, blocking 3 left lanes, and they've been doing so for about 45 minutes at this point. And as you'd imagine, things are slow south on the 404 from about Highway 7 to south of the 407, all for that construction. Elsewhere, we're looking at more road work. The South Trafalgar ramp to the West 407 is all closed off. You're going to find on the North 410 at the 401 the HOV and left lanes in the Express blocked off for some more construction. St. Louis Bar and Grill thanks you for supporting local businesses, including your local St. Louis restaurateur takeout and delivery. Their deepest gratitude goes to the first responders keeping us all safe. With a check of your forecast for this Tuesday, here's Jill Taylor.
One more mild day for us with a fair amount of sunshine, and then the clouds increase again. The guaranteed high 12 degrees. Showers begin around 7 o'clock tonight, but don't be surprised if we do get some showers before that for the afternoon. Low near 5. For today, the guaranteed high 12.
And right now downtown, a mix of sun and cloud and 10 degrees, and we got those same conditions out at Pearson. 680 News Time, 10:32.
Ontario had the smallest one-day gain in positive COVID-19 cases in a week with yesterday's latest totals. We will find out where we stand today in a matter of minutes.
And here's 680's Irene Preckley, who joins us live now with more details. Irene.
And Steve, the latest numbers were just released. So yesterday, Ontario reported 309 new COVID-19 cases. Today, 379 new cases. That brings the provincial total to 4,726. There have been 19 additional deaths reported for a total of 153. Now, we have dozens of outbreaks that have been reported in long-term care homes. And speaking just moments ago, Ontario NDP leader Andrea Horwath saying that more needs to be done to stop the trend at long-term care homes. She's calling on the government to do several things.
Aggressively recruiting home care and long-term care staff. Mandating that more staff be scheduled on each shift in each long-term care home. Immediately increasing salaries for staff to a minimum of $22 per hour.
And just to recap, so the latest numbers have been released. Ontario reporting 379 new confirmed COVID-19 cases, bringing the provincial total to 4,726 with 153 deaths. Reporting live, Irene Preckley, 680 News. 680 News Time, 10:34. The mayor of Brampton has put out a call to the province to let foreign-trained doctors join the fight against COVID-19. This as that city sees a number of businesses and people breaking physical distancing rules, leading to fines being laid. 680's Momin Qureshi joins us live with the very latest. Momin.
Sarah, the push here is to get doctors who were trained out of the country, but that have already graduated med school and are already fully trained up to get a shot at helping out on the front lines. Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown says they've done the same thing in some states like New York and New Jersey, and it's time to do that here.
Why not learn from jurisdictions who are battling the pandemic further along than we are? If New York and New Jersey can do this, why can't we in Ontario and Canada? I understand that there's a residency period that they would have to complete, but residents can help out in the hospital. If they're doing their residency right now, that's an extra hand. Residents can do extraordinary medical work. Residents help save lives too. Let them in the hospital.
And this is why I'm claiming owning U.S. Army by Treaty of Watertown.
To decide whether they can make it happen. There are some financial and technical
That's
issues
the border. It's so good. You don't need to put the Army on the Canadian-U.S. border because we already across the border, bro. Cleaning the sewers to prevent cholera and diarrhea. Not gonna be no shit water. The people not gonna be walking through no shit water out there, bro.
Also talking about several charges or fines laid out against different people for violating physical distancing laws. Brampton does have a max fine of $100,000 for anybody who breaks those rules. Reporting live, I'm Momin Qureshi.
Well, the Prime Minister is expected to focus on private companies stepping up to the plate during the COVID-19 efforts. He will also highlight a massive demand for the new emergency response benefit. With details, here's our Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney.
When he speaks to the nation, I'm told Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be discussing the impressive progress of private companies across the country in producing personal protective equipment, such as masks,
Wait
gowns,
to
and hand
change up and
sanitizers,
retool
also
and everything.
ventilators for hospitals. This comes after serious concerns that the White House was attempting to block any shipments of face masks made in the U.S.
Roberta down again, eh? Commander-in-Chief? Oh, I won't do it, but I'll look the other way. I'll look the other way.
Meanwhile, on the first day of accepting applications, nearly 800,000 Canadians successfully qualified for the new emergency response benefit, which will provide people with $500 a week if they've lost all income due to this crisis.
Not about who burned it down, so who got away with it.
By month of birth, so today applications will be for those with birthdays in April, May, or June. The Prime Minister is promising more help for suffering hiring workers who don't qualify for the benefit. He'll make that announcement in the days ahead. Cormac McSweeney,
Doesn't he have an announcement coming up?
Lots of decluttering is happening with the extra time in our hands, but if you plan on dropping off your bags of clothes at donation bins, you're being told to just wait. 680's Carl Hansky's in the West End with the story and reaction.
Some charity donation bins like this Diabetes Canada bin on Islington and South Etobicoke have turned into mini dump sites. The bins have been sealed during this pandemic, but people
It says don't leave nothing outside the bin. It always says that. Don't leave nothing outside the bin because it gets wrecked by the weather.
This passerby
This is garbage.
to a woman's bra and a teddy bear in the mud.
It's a mess, definitely, and it's also disappointing.
People want to donate stuff, but this is going to go right in the trash.
Exactly. Nobody even thought to take a look at it.
Diabetes Canada says it doesn't have the money to pay for cleanup around their bins. Mayor Tory
What was
says
the white
he's looking
woman's
to see
response?
if the
Oh,
city
they
can
should
help.
send someone to clean
Charities
it
like
up.
The Salvation Army and others are asking
If it
people
was
to
in the
hold
bin-
off on donating any items until the bins can be reopened.
It says closed, and it's closed. What's hard to
Electric
understand?
Utilities is donating nearly 17,000 N95 respirator masks to hospitals in its service territory. The masks are being distributed to 7 facilities, including Markham Stouffville Hospital and Mackenzie Health in Vaughan. The utility says it'll keep a large enough inventory for its own employees, though.
You're listening to 680 News. A new poll suggests a growing number of Canadians are worried about contracting COVID-19. 64% of Canadians said they were personally afraid of becoming ill, compared to 57% 2 weeks ago. Respondents were even more concerned for their loved one, with 76% saying they were concerned someone in their immediate family would become infected.
Well, something that you don't have to be concerned about physical distancing when it comes to the Easter Bunny visiting this weekend. Rest assured, eggs will be delivered.
Yeah, we spoke with Mayor John Tory this morning, who confirmed to 680 News the Easter Bunny is considered an essential worker and will be on the job this weekend.
Please enjoy Easter. We'll make sure the Easter Bunny is an essential worker so that that very important person can carry on with their work, but do not have the kinds of gatherings you would often have with family and friends. That's important to make sure that we defeat this virus and get back to life.
I'm going to support a locally owned, female-owned business.
Of course, there were concerns with physical distancing and working from home. Easter eggs might not be left hidden, but it sounds like that won't be the case this year. I'm Jeff.
Fried onions and lunch meat.
Coming up in 30 seconds, we'll check on city streets and the price of gas.
680 News Time, 10:39.
Of course, you always want to be there for your parents and grandparents. But when you can't be right there with them, Direct Alert by TELUS Health can be. This personal emergency response service gives your loved ones access to 24/7 support at the push of a button. And knowing they're taken care of takes some of the worry away. Direct Alert by TELUS Health is simple to install yourself, ships directly to you, and starts at $25 a month. Right now, you can save up to $180 a year on select plans. Visit directalert.ca for details.
On city streets right now, northbound Spadina approaching King, the right lane's blocked for construction, and north and southbound Birchmount over the 401, there are lane restrictions for bridge rehabilitation. Now, the 680 News gas price update, and Pro predicts the price is going to rise 1 cent at midnight to 79.9 cents a liter.
680 News Time, 10:40.
Your home is more than just a place to live. It's your window of opportunity. With a home equity loan from Capital Direct, your home can provide valuable equity that will give you the freedom to complete those renovations, support your business, or simply get your debt in line. An easy call to 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL will open the doors to all the good things you thought were beyond your reach as a homeowner. So pick up the phone and call 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL today. CapitalDirect.ca.
Stop the spread. COVID-19 can be deadly. The time to act is now. Everyone must do their part to stop the spread of COVID-19. Stay at home. Period. Full stop. Only go out if absolutely necessary. That means for groceries, for medications, for medical appointments, or if you provide an essential service. Protect yourself and others. Stay home. For information, visit ontario.ca/coronavirus. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
680 News Time, 1041.
Time for traffic and weather together all the ones. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
This report brought to you by MNP. We're looking at quite a bit of construction happening on the major routes, and one area is slowing things down. On the southbound 404, there's some moving maintenance traveling south of the 407. That's where they have the 3 left lanes blocked off right now, and it's causing a delay from about just before the 407, maybe even Highway 7, it looks like, down towards south of the 407, again for some lane restrictions. Meantime, more construction in place. Southbound Trafalgar ramp to the West 407s all closed. West 401 at Harmony Road, left lane blocked. They're also blocking the left lane at the 400 in the Express. Eastbound 401 at Kipling Express, left lanes taken out. Traveling east QEW, the ramp to the 403 and Ford Drive without the right lane. Left lanes blocked east of Cawthra. Meanwhile, if you're traveling westbound on the QEW, Winston Churchill, left lane is blocked. Northbound 410, they've got the HOV and left lanes taken out at the 401 in the Express for more road work. At MNP, we want to call out a thanks to all the frontline workers keeping our community safe and supported. Thank you from the team at MNP 310 Dead. With the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Sunshine for one more day before things turn a little unsettled as we head toward the Easter long weekend. Guaranteed high 12 degrees. Some showers this evening, 5 for the low, and tomorrow showers ending early in the morning, then cloudy. Chance of a few more showers, sunny breaks, and the high again near 12. That's the guaranteed high today, 12.
And right now downtown, we are sitting at 12 degrees under a mix of sun and cloud. Out at Pearson right now, it's partly cloudy and 11. 680 News Time, 1043.
Now the Dynamic Funds Market Minute, live for the Business Center. Here's Chris McCusker.
Sarah, we've still got gains on Van Wall Street, although markets a little off their highs for the day. The Dow is leading the way right now. It's up 2.3%. The S&P higher by 46 points. The Nasdaq up by 91. And the TSX is higher by 302, 13,895. With the gold stocks cutting into the gains, although gold has now changed direction. It's higher by $1, $16.95. Oil is up 47 cents, $26.56 a barrel. And the Canadian dollar higher by about half a cent, 71.36 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
Research shows that investors who work with a financial advisor accumulate 3.9 times more assets than those who don't. Learn more at dynamic.ca/advice. We're 2 men and a truck. So, you're moving to a new home, and all that's left to do is to call a mover you know you can trust. Well, naturally, you think 2 men and a truck, since you know they have lots of men and lots of trucks. They'll wrap, pack, and move everything you own. With a 96% referral rating and the professionalism you can trust, the choice is simple. For a free in-home estimate, call today. We're 2 men and a truck. We're open for business. 2 men and a truck, the movers who care.
Are you looking for a ministry-inspected online high school where you can earn credits or upgrade your marks? Learn from home with the Ontario Virtual School. The Ontario Virtual School allows you to earn OSSD credits while you learn from home, so you can get your high school diploma. Now is a good time to sign up, set your own schedule, and get 24-hour access to our certified teachers. Some courses can be completed in as little as 4 weeks. Learn more at ontariovirtualschool.ca.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
We have sun and cloud in downtown Toronto. It's 10 degrees. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Sarah Paris.
And I'm Steve Roberts here with the top stories for you on this Tuesday morning.
Ontario has added 379 new cases of COVID-19 today for a provincial total of 4,726. The province also recorded 21 new deaths today. Meantime, Mayor John Tory asking people to stay away from city parks if they can, but that doesn't mean you can't get some safe exercise with physical distance. Brampton's mayor is pushing for foreign-trained doctors who qualify to be part of the city's team of frontline healthcare workers to help in the fight against COVID-19. Patrick Brown also talked today about a concerning amount of charges laid in Brampton in regards to physical distancing rules. One example, a soccer team hopping a fence to play a game.
Time now for 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Andrew Nye.
Sarah, the Maple Leafs have signed forward Alexander Barabanov to a one-year entry-level deal, reportedly worth $925,000. Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe will join Hockey Central today at 12 o'clock. Major League Baseball has issued a statement regarding a possible return, saying while they've considered many options, including playing games in one city, they have neither sought nor received approval from federal or local officials or the players union for any plan, and the health of players, fans, and others remains the priority. ESPN's Jeff Passan reported last night baseball is working on a plan to play all games in Arizona and potentially start next month. Meanwhile, the Korea Baseball Organization is targeting early May to start their season and begin without fans, they say. Tonight on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Tom Cheek and Jerry Howarth have the call of Game 2 of the 93 World Series, Blue Jays and Phillies. You can also watch on Sportsnet at 7, and then at 8, it's the Raptors and Warriors, Game 1 of the 2019 NBA Finals. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
Hey guys, it's never a good look when you untuck a long bulky dress shirt. It just looks sloppy. That's why Untuckit makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked. And not only do they look good, they feel great too. Untuckit offers 50 fit combinations, so tall, short, slim, and bigger guys can experience the perfect fitting shirt. While our stores are temporarily closed, please go to untuckit.ca where you can browse and purchase from our extensive new spring line. Use promo code Canada for 20% off your entire first purchase. Untuckit.ca. Promo code Canada.
This is an important message from the City of Toronto. Stay home. During the COVID-19 pandemic, social distancing means staying home. Only go out for absolute essential needs, like food and medicine. We can't emphasize the importance of this enough. Stay 6 feet apart to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Avoid contact with others. Essential and critical services are being maintained. Please do your part. Learn more at toronto.ca.
And chocolate, and drugs, and chocolates, and coffee, and drugs, and chocolates.
Desperately needed medical masks held up at the U.S. border by a presidential order are finally on the way
Held up at the border by a presidential order. You got the close. You doing it, honey? You doing it?
By the end of today, in a tweet, Premier Doug
Everybody's a
Ford
rapper in Toronto. Everybody. They don't admit it, but in the shower.
To vital protection equipment. U.S. President Trump slammed 3M and invoked the Defense Protection Act to prevent 3M from sending masks to other countries, but backed down after the company guaranteed millions of masks for the U.S.
That law wasn't meant for Canada, stupid.
And it's the CEO, Mike Roman. I just spoke with him and I thanked him.
Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland says there is fierce competition worldwide for medical protection equipment right now. Ontario is trying to ramp up production, but it'll take a few weeks. Ford of Canada, meantime, using its Windsor plant to make medical face shields for hospital staff and first responders. I'm Kevin Meisner.
An update now on the health of the British Prime Minister, new measures in Japan, and a milestone in China. Here's our Laura Carney, who has the latest international developments. We start in the UK, where Prime Minister Boris Johnson remains in an intensive care unit after his coronavirus symptoms dramatically worsened. We get the latest from the BBC's Charlotte Gallagher.
Prime Minister is in a stable condition. He's in good spirits. He is being given oxygen, but crucially, he isn't on a ventilator.
The outbreak in France has worsened as health officials brace for the
He's not on a ventilator because he's dead.
Dramatically, with 833 in the last 24 hours. In Spain, after 4 days of falling daily deaths, there was an increase, but officials still confident in the overall trend of a flattening of new cases of COVID-19. A milestone in China, the BBC's Stephen McDonald.
You gotta lock him down.
Since back in
These assholes won't listen. They're walking around going, like this in people's faces.
Figures that we've had 0 deaths.
And in Japan, a state of emergency has
Literally
been declared
arguing that they're not
in
sick.
prefectures, including Tokyo. I'm Laura Carney. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check in with traffic and weather.
680 News Time, 10:50.
In times like these, shouldn't your money work even harder for you? We think so.
One idiot trying to argue with me, telling me that, oh, there's no COVID in Japan. Okay, why did they just declare a state of emergency,
and
buddy?
low mortgage rates. Plus, you get to share in the profits. That's the Duca difference. And now we're offering 2.5% interest on your savings until March 31st, 2021. Find out how at earnmore.duca.com. Do more, be more, achieve more with Duca Credit Union. Conditions apply.
Stop the spread. COVID-19 can be deadly. Acting now will save lives. We all need to work together to stop the spread of COVID-19. Staying home protects our most vulnerable. Staying home will help keep our family, friends, and neighbors safe. Do your part. Stay home. For information, visit ontario.ca/coronavirus. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
680 News Time, 10:51.
Time for traffic and weather together, all the ones. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
This report is brought to you by MyMuskokaCottages.com. It's mostly construction out there. You're going to find southbound 404 south of the 407. 3 left lanes are blocked for construction. That's why you're finding that delay as you make your way from about Highway 7 down towards just south of the 407. The good news is that delay is starting to ease. Looks like the construction could be close to coming to an end, but it's still slow through that area. Meantime, more road work set up westbound 401. They have the left lane blocked off at Harmony Road, and then the left lane blocked off at the 400 in the Express. Southbound Trafalgar ramp to the west 407 shut down. More road work happening northbound on the 410 at the 401, the HOV, and left lanes are blocked in the Express. West QEW, their crews set up in the left lane at Winston Churchill, and then the left lane also blocked eastbound QEW east of Cawthra. $60 million worth of luxury cottages await your arrival. Muskoka Realtor Bob Clark is excited to showcase these fabulous lakefront properties. Visit mymuskokacottages.com.
Yeah, Bob,
with the forecast now, here's Jill Taylor.
One more pleasant day for us before things turn a little unsettled and we get into some wet weather as we head toward the Easter long weekend. Guaranteed high today, 12 degrees. Showers move in, especially for the evening. May get some for the afternoon, but it's mainly for the evening and overnight. 5 for the low. 12 again tomorrow. Those showers should end early in the morning. They'll still have a chance of a few showers and sunny breaks tomorrow. And then Thursday, wet and windy. The high only 7. Could get some flurries Thursday night. For today, the guaranteed high, 12.
And right now downtown, mostly sunny and 12 degrees. It's mostly sunny and 11 out at Pearson. 680 News Time, 10:53.
At Visions Electronics, your safety is our #1 priority. But we're still committed to saving you money on electronics. During our inventory sell-off, get what you and your family need to work, learn, and entertain at an even lower price. With increased savings in every department. With up to 12 months to pay and no interest. Shop online at visions.ca and have it delivered. Or call the store, ask some questions, set up an easy curbside pickup.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, come on.
Out, no speaking. You better watch your step, cuz no sleeping. Put your goons in a hot whip, slow creeping. Hopping out, last up the flow deacons. Season cast the blaster for no reason. They ride for the cause, last of the low kickers. Blast of a dying breed. You don't wanna die and bleed, you will perish violently. If you see the iron squeeze, time to leave. Shit is gonna get mucky. No miracles, you ain't gonna get lucky. It isn't gonna play like that. You gon' stiff and you gon' stay like that. Lay right flat, you gone. Bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. Bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive.
Shit, waiting for the rush. Keep the 40 tucked. Talking about you let the 40 buck nigga story up. Corner hot phone tap. Follow home. Police watching. 10 drop. Pimps hocking hoes that be street walking. A deep option is to get the beat popping. A peace offering went to saying rest in peace often. Sleep coffin 6 feet, death is a must. Arrested and cuffed, prison ride next is a bug. The road cold, but the paper keep us warm in the night. With North Face, bottle ace, but we pouring the light. Tunnel vision, eyes knock, all I see is a dollar. Piece of shit in the mirror, all I see is my father, fuck him. The game got us all twisted in a hurricane. Lost my mind when the crime came and the murders came. To all my niggas getting bread on the grind, there's no bail when you're locked doing federal time.
You gone, bah, it's a a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. Bye. It's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive. Any motherfucker to come harder than me and Graham.
Use the blam, empty the clip until I see him land.
All out, empty the strip. People fleeing rain.
I need a plan, triple beam scale and a key of grams.
Illegal jams, no options available. Coppers are tailing you, close friends failing you.
Penny ginger ale, a dude cushion a glass jar. Cocaine moving dope faster than NASCAR.
Trying to earn hard, but you crashed in a firestorm. Trying to live the life of a G in a higher form.
My dogs are riding for blood in and blood out. If you ain't down with my team, bitch, get the fuck out.
I take a bullet for my fam, I'm a brother's keeper. It ain't about no music, the struggle's deeper.
Drugs and tweakers searching for the best rock. Trap house, T-grams, crack man, next shot.
It's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. It's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Ruckus.
Lying hard like Van-Dams on the sand, going ham. My guns don't jam. Fuck a friend, blast at the end. Blood in, stick your chins, big rocks get caught. Fuck a crop, me got bodied by a singer nigga. The 6-2 chain, kid told them, yeah you showed them. Street star walls, battle cars, walk narcs. I'm a street car, ready for war. League trick, kill Jew, and June is gonna bury you in a graveyard. Stacy Dash says, fuck Black History Month. That bitch is down 2016, Oscar is racist. Drunk is a ghetto gun, they go off on a run and kill the neighbors. The neighbors, nothing good. Check 1, 2. City natives in the building. You know. Mic check 1, 2. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. Just play the drums and sample. I hop on the track, don't they kill the stage in every province that I'm at. And don't you dare say my name, I'm probably gonna snap in. Leave your dad pissed like when your mommy's on the rag. I'm a zombie on the beat, walking with a swag. Y'all ain't louder than my team. Yo, we got this in the bag like the bomb is sweet as smoke. I promise that it's dope, but if you take a hit, then you're probably gonna choke. Yo, I'm off and I never pass to get a better blast. So tell Beats and B not that they better match. Nah, I'm drinking, getting tipsy, and I don't even drink, but watch me get turned like the whole weekend straight. Got so much knowledge, but I won't teach it. So don't give me your advice, cause I don't need it. Got that money in the bank, I'm about mine. Keep my fam close, it's a cold world outside. I had to get some bad habits that I once had. With the mind of fanatic, I'm rapping with a blunt set. Smoking till my lungs hurt, high spread real low. Yeah, to stimulate your mind, but I think you know it though. Diabolical style, symbolical child. The product of my environment, the future is now. Surrounded by the real south. Yeah, I know what we all about. Getting money, making these moves, I'm on the right route. Demonstrate, let me demonstrate how I murder it. The crowd rate increases, don't act like you ain't heard of it. I never tell you mine for 11. I'm no magician, no. I take my thoughts to one another level. Demolition power with a rebellious style. I say it loud, word of my homie Bars. I'm just an ill child. The enemy is the epitome of realness. I know you feel this. I'm just a boy, please.
When it comes to rapping, I'm a motherfucker.
fucking mastermind. Pack a mask and knife. Time to put these pussy rappers in the light. I get the spasm when I grab the mic. It's the rapping savage Antichrist. The best rapper alive. The best rapper even after I die. From drinking and driving, hanging out at the passenger side. While bitches give me ass, taking the pressure my ride. My boat is nutty. I'm poking over my ride. I'm phony over running. I'm rolling your gold. Yes, I'm with no sweater. Cold weather, I'm going. My flow's better than most. I'm so better for one better. The lowest shit forever. I hope you know better than the most. So better
And the price for oil slightly higher ahead of a couple of meetings later this week. Business at 26. City News Time, 11:01.
Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones. Checking that drive this morning. Here's Zach Bodenstein.
This report is brought to you by Queensway Hyundai. Looks like we have a new issue on the East 401 on the ramp. The East 401 ramp to the northbound 400. Looks like a left lane blocked off on that ramp for a stalled vehicle. Just got the call from a traffic spotter, so haven't had the chance to call MTO, but I will right after this report. So again, East 401 ramp to North 400, stalled vehicle in the left lane. Meantime, the southbound 404 south of the 407, 3 left lanes are still blocked for some maintenance that's happening there, and it's causing a delay from about the 407 to south of it. Southbound Trafalgar ramp to West 407, that's all closed off for construction. Buy with confidence at Queensway Hyundai, now offering purchase from Home Solutions, 6-month payment deferral, and concierge services. Here to service the community, visit queenswayhyundai.ca. And now with your forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Sunshine for one more day before things turn a little unsettled as we head toward the Easter long weekend. Guaranteed high 12 degrees. Some showers this evening, 5 for the low, and tomorrow showers ending early in the morning, then cloudy. Chance of a few more showers, sunny breaks, and the high again near 12. That's a guaranteed high today, 12.
And right now in downtown Toronto, a mainly sunny sky. We're at 12 degrees. 680 News Time, 11:02.
Well, another big increase in the number of new coronavirus cases in this province, and we are also seeing more long-term care homes affected by outbreaks.
680's Irene Precklin is following this and joins us live with the latest. Irene.
And Sarah, Ontario is reporting 379 new cases of COVID-19 today, including 21 more deaths. That brings the totals in the province to 4,726 confirmed cases and 153 deaths. The new cases represent an 8.7% increase over yesterday, marking the second day in a row that the growth rate has been under 10%. The number of outbreaks at long-term care homes has climbed to 51. NDP leader Andrea Horwath says the government should be doing more right away, including recruiting more staff and more staff per shift in each long-term care home.
Assigning each staff member to one facility only, ending all exceptions. Standardizing visitor policies province-wide.
To the rules, there's
69
exceptions.
COVID-19 related deaths of people who had been in long-term care homes. Reporting live, Irene Precklin, 680 News.
Also Brampton now, where Mayor Patrick Brown is updating his city's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Momin Qureshi has been following Brown and joins us live now with what else he had to say. Momin?
Steve, Mayor Brown's big thing right now is making a push to allow foreign-trained doctors to be part of the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
But they're
Brown
foreign.
says,
They're from somewhere
doctors
else.
in this country who are trained at universities around the world who aren't allowed to take part in this fight, even though they have already passed their board exams. And he wants the province to look at changing that as quickly as possible. He says this isn't a qualification issue because all these doctors that he's talking about have passed their Canadian exams. It's a monetary issue.
Obviously, it's a monetary decision. There's only so much in the health budget, and governments have been hesitant historically to expand that health budget. At a time of a crisis like this, where the lives of our friends and neighbors and loved ones are at risk, I really believe we need to check concerns over the health budget at the door and make sure that we can protect lives and we have physicians who can help.
Brown says he believes it should be all hands on deck at this point. We will be hearing from both the Premier and the Minister of Health this afternoon, so we'll see if they have any comment about Brown's push to allow these foreign-trained doctors to take part in the fight against COVID-19. Reporting live, I'm Momin Qureshi.
680 News Time, 11:05.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is expected to speak in moments to provide his daily update to Canadians through this pandemic. He's expected to discuss private companies stepping up to the plate, as well as the massive number of Canadians signing up for the new emergency benefits. Here's our Parliament.
Y'all better be buying Canadian with that money,
Concerns grow about shortages of medical supplies and shipments from the U.S. and other countries. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will focus his address today on the number of Canadian companies that are changing their normal business to help produce much-needed personal protective equipment like masks, gowns, and hand sanitizer. He's also expected to highlight the nearly 800,000 people who applied for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit on the first day of processing. Most did so online, and 70% respected the government's wishes to apply by birthday. Yesterday was for the first 3 months, and today it's for anyone with a birthday in April, May, or June. The benefit will provide people with $500 a week if they've lost all income due to this crisis, and the Prime Minister is promising more help for suffering workers who don't qualify. It's also not clear when Parliament will be recalled to deal with the legislation to approve the wage subsidy for businesses. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
A woman in her 70s has become the first person in Nova Scotia whose death is now linked to COVID-19. Health officials say the woman had some underlying medical conditions.
If I die right now, you could say it's linked to
Premier Stephen McNeil offered his condolences to the woman's family and friends, saying that he had hoped this day would never come. Nova Scotia's official total of COVID-19 cases currently sitting at 293.
Canada's Union of Postal Workers is raising labor rights concerns after the federal government struck a deal with Amazon Canada to deliver medical supplies like gloves and face masks to provinces. The union's president says the feds are ignoring the health and safety concerns that have been raised by Amazon workers, and it interferes with workers' ability to unionize. Prime Minister announced the deal with Amazon last week.
Well, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson now in stable condition.
He's dead. He's stable. He's dead.
The symptoms of COVID-19. He was admitted to the intensive care unit there yesterday, but a spokesman for his office says he's now in good spirits and didn't need to be put on a ventilator. Susan Pinnell is more from London.
He didn't need a ventilator. No, because he's dead.
Yes, he needed oxygen to assist in breathing, but otherwise he was managing well on his own. In other words, he didn't have a ventilator, and of course that will be a huge relief to all those thousands of well-wishers around the country, and also the world leaders, including President Trump.
Everybody hated this guy.
Johnson was admitted to hospital late Sunday with a fever and a cough that lasted 10 days after he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
You're listening to 680 News. With fewer people on the highways and the number of collisions dropping as a result, one of the biggest car insurance companies is looking at rebates for policyholders. Mike Apple reports from the 680 Business Center.
Allstate is offering its U.S. customers a 15% rebate on their bills for April and May. They're calling it the Shelter-in-Place Payback, according to USA Today. It's an $800 million initiative, which may be extended to Canadian customers. A statement from Allstate Canada to the CBC indicates the company is working on rolling out a similar plan for Canadian policyholders in the coming days. Now, along with that, Allstate in the U.S. is also allowing its personal car insurance customers to still be covered if they use their vehicles for commercial purposes, like delivering food, medicine, and other goods, and providing Americans with free identity theft coverage.
Wartime measures.
And now maybe exposed.
Don't worry about the rules. We're just going to change the rules. Don't worry about the rules.
You're listening to 680 News, and coming up in 30 seconds, we'll check under city streets, and it looks like there may be a little bit of movement for some gas tonight.
680 News time, 11:09.
This is 680 News.
Hi. Tom Rokicki here of Inline Fiberglass Windows and Doors. I am proud to be living and working here in the Greater Toronto area. All of us are so lucky and blessed to be part of this strong community, province, and country. At this time, I feel it is important to remind all our friends, family, and employees to keep an eye on one another, especially the most vulnerable. Let's also come together in support of the heroes on the front lines. Together, we will get through this. Thank you.
All right, let's take a look right now at your city streets. We've got Davenport blocked up both ways. West of Avenue Road for some ongoing construction, and southbound McCowan just south of Shepherd. A lane is blocked for transit construction. Now, the 680 News gas price update and processed price of gas is going to go up a cent at midnight tonight, averaging about 79.9 cents a liter.
680 News time, 11:10.
It was 72 cents yesterday on the corner here. What did he just say?
Another claim for disability is denied. My name is Aaron Waxman, and during this pandemic, we are open and working for our clients from our homes.
The pandemic, pandemonium is
there. Call me at 416-661-4878. or pound LTA on your cell phone. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878 or pound LTD.
I need another fridge because I got a bunch more shit right now.
Taking action to protect Canadians from COVID-19. Protect yourself and others, especially those with medical conditions and older adults. Wash your hands often.
Avoid in people's faces, because right about now you will get punched the fuck out. It won't even be about a shooting, stabbing thing. You'll just get punched in your damn face, and everybody will look and go, oh.
Stay home.
Keep walking. Go keep walking. Try asking them for help. They're going to say, get the fuck away from me.
680 News Time, 11:11.
Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones. And checking that drive this morning, or well, kind of lack of. Here is Zach Bodenstein.
Well, you'd be surprised. We have construction going on right now, Steve. Oh, yeah. This report brought to you by Trillium Health Partners Foundation, and a bit of a slowdown on the southbound 404s. You make your way south of the 407. 3 left lanes blocked for some moving maintenance going on. Meantime, I called MTO about this problem. East 401 on the ramp to the northbound 400. You're going to find just a left lane block with that stalled vehicle I was telling you about in my last report. Meantime, if you're traveling on southbound Trafalgar, the ramp to the west 407 shut down for construction. North on the 410 at the 401 and the express. HOV and left lanes are blocked. And again, that's for that road work happening. Trillium Health Partners respond to COVID-19 by donating personal protective equipment. Their frontline staff are fighting for your lives. They need you to join the fight. Find out how at trilliumgiving.ca/PPE. Now let's check your forecast. Here's Jill Taylor.
Enjoy the sunshine in your own personal outdoor space. Today we'll get into some
come in the bubble,
and then
buddy.
showers beginning around.
If I can touch you with the hockey stick, you get touched with the hockey stick. I'll touch you with the sewer stick. That's a garbage stick.
12, 5
I'll
for
touch
the
you
low,
with the
12
garbage
again
sewer stick.
tomorrow. Showers should end early tomorrow morning, and then wet and windy
It's
on
a SARS
Thursday.
stick is what it is.
Cooler air as well. Could get some flurries Thursday night. For today, the guaranteed high, 12.
Mostly sunny sky in downtown Toronto. It is 12 degrees at Pearson Airport, mostly cloudy and 12. 680 News Time, 11:12.
Now time for the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. So let's check into the Business Center with Chris McCusker. How are things shaping up, Chris?
Well, we've still got markets moving higher, Steve. That could change. We are just hearing from New York that it is reporting its biggest daily jump in deaths. So the total now 5,489. That may or may not have an effect on markets. We do have them moving higher right now for a second straight day, and that's
how many of those
related
guys work at the stock exchange? You raised a good point.
Starting to see kind of a drop off in the number of cases and the number of deaths in parts of the U.S., including New York. Although this data today could change that. Markets are still higher, but off the highs for the day. The Dow is up by 470, the S&P up by 34, the Nasdaq up by 58. The TSX is higher by 256, 13,848. Even with gold down by $3, $16.90. Oil is higher by 24 cents, $26.32. And the Canadian dollar up by half a cent, 71.38 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
What's the cost of investing without advice? That's a great question. Speak to a financial advisor today and visit dynamic.ca/advice to find out why advice matters.
At Tim Hortons, we're proud to serve all of our communities across Canada. So we've made changes to serve you better in times like these. That's why our drive-thrus are ready to take your order with minimal contact. Tim Hortons.
When were you ever allowed to touch people's cars?
Hi, I'm Sherry Tabb, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. We're taking every possible precaution to keep you safe. That's why the Herzig Eye Institute is pausing elective surgery for the time being. However, we remain available online and by phone to keep you fully informed about our refractive camera and laser vision correction services. And to schedule and reschedule your Herzig appointments, Google high definition vision and sign up for my blog so we can stay connected. Look after yourself.
What's the phone number? What's your number? Damn it.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
We are looking at a mix of sun and cloud and 12 degrees right now in downtown
And it's going to rain like crazy.
680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Steve Roberts.
Sarah Barrett here, the top stories right now.
Well, another big increase in the number of coronavirus cases in this province. 379 new cases and 21 deaths today reported. They're also seeing more long-term care homes affected by outbreaks. We'll have all the details for you.
mixing sick people with not sick people, and if you do that, you get a whole bunch more sick people.
Brown updating his city's response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think little kids understand that.
And we are just
cooties. They know all about
Prime
cooties.
Minister Justin Trudeau expected to speak in moments on his daily update. He's expected to talk about a number of private companies stepping up to the plate, as well as the number of Canadians who are signing up for the new emergency benefit. And before we get to the Prime Minister, we'll try to get to
is he coming on?
Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Andrew.
Steve, the Maple Leafs beat out the Coyotes in their quest for Russian forward Alexander Barabanov. Toronto has signed the 25-year-old to a one-year entry-level deal worth $25,000. They consider him a playmaker that can win pucks and play under pressure. Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe will join Hockey Central at 12 o'clock. Not so fast. The Major League Baseball.
I can't criticize it, but I'll listen, right?
My thoughts on Prime Minister Johnson and his family during this time. I've worked with Boris for some time now, and I know
what it's
how
like to be
committed
sick
he is to serving the people of the UK. He's a fighter, and he will be fighting now to regain his health and get back to the job he loves. Sophie and I and all Canadians are wishing him a speedy recovery. To our British friends, Canadians, stand with you. We will get through this together.
Every time we hear that someone has been hospitalized because of COVID-19, we're worried. But we have to remember that we're not helpless as one confronted with this situation. And everybody can contribute to the solution of the problem. And you know what to do. Stay home as much as you can, even when the weather is nice. It's more difficult here
Prime Minister
with the concept of spring. But if we want to have enough chances to be able to enjoy summer in a few months, let's do it. And just go out if you need to go out for groceries, and try and go as little and as few times as possible. And this applies to everybody, wherever you live or what you do, whatever you do. Now, some people are able to do even more than that because they have skills and resources that we need at the moment. For instance, we are offering full-time jobs to reservists of the Canadian Armed Forces, so that if our communities need more support, we'll be ready. Canada is also recruiting volunteers in order to have our frontline workers. A few weeks ago, we have two companies for the purpose of manufacturing items which are required, and more than 5,000 companies have communicated with us to offer their help. On behalf of all Canadians, thank you to those companies. And this is really encouraging for us to see so many people willing to contribute.
Almost 5,000 Canadian companies have stepped forward to help fight COVID-19. On behalf of all Canadians, thank you for stepping up. As countries around the world grapple with this pandemic, the demand for critical supplies like test kits, ventilators, and personal protective equipment is going up. To keep our frontline workers safe and care for Canadians with COVID-19, we need a stable supply of these products. And that means making them at home.
It's all about buying and selling stuff.
With a plan to mobilize industry, we're helping companies retool, repurpose, and innovate to fight COVID-19. We've already signed letters of intent with a number of partners to produce the things we need. And today, we have more good news to share. We're working with Thornhill Medical, CAE, Ventilators for Canadians, and a group led by Starfish Medical to produce up to 30,000 made-in-Canada ventilators.
You don't want to sell it to us, Mr. Trump? Fuck you. We don't want to sell it to you.
We're also working with Nobel Prize-winning researcher Dr. Art McDonald, who is leading a team of scientists to develop ventilators that are easy to make and to produce medical gowns and establish new supply chains right here in Canada. We're teaming up with over 20 companies, including Arc'teryx, Canada Goose, and Stanfields. One thing that is particularly inspiring to see is just how many companies are not just producing these goods, but innovating. For example, Autoliv is looking to make medical gowns out of material they normally use to produce airbags.
Business as
En même temps,
usual. Business
notre
as
gouvernement
usual.
continue d'acheter des masques.
At the same time, we continue to buy masks in order to protect our health professionals who are working in an outstanding way. And we have ordered millions of surgical masks with Canadian company, and we're supporting the Canadian medical company, which will increase the production of N95 masks. We are also buying and also more than 85 products will be distributed and manufactured in Canada. Some will take more time to be manufactured in Canada, but at each step we move forward towards getting an increase of our production capacity. I want to thank and congratulate Minister Bain in this regard. I know that many people are worried that that might be a scarcity of these equipment, and yes, if we look abroad, this is another understandable concern, especially if you work in the field of health. We do all we can to avoid any disruption in supply.
Have everything they need to save lives and stay safe. While we're working to secure critical equipment from Canadian sources, we're also in touch with other suppliers around the world who want to sell to Canada. We're expecting 500,000 masks from 3M tomorrow, and we're working as fast as we can to get them to our frontline workers. From the outset, our priority has been the health and safety of all Canadians. So whether you're making medical gowns, delivering ventilators, or treating a patient with COVID-19, we have your back. We're going to be there for you. We also have a 3-point economic plan. It supports business owners, including through new loans, while safeguarding jobs with the wage subsidy and helping those who no longer have a paycheck with the CERB. Yesterday evening, our government proactively shared our proposed legislation on wage subsidy with opposition parties. Although House leaders will be speaking throughout the day to reach an agreement for the House of Commons to quickly pass this legislation, which will give much-needed financial support to Canadian workers while helping employers to keep their staff on the payroll. A lot of work has been done since we announced our plan to subsidize wages. We continue to rely on your input and feedback as we refine it, and we'll have more details to share very soon. Yesterday was also the first day people could apply to receive the CERB.
Yeah, we know.
On that note, I want to recognize the tremendous work done by the public service who processed hundreds of thousands of claims. They're working around the clock to get Canadians the help they need as quickly as possible. And I also want to remind everyone that if you were born in April, May, or June, today's the day you can apply. Finally,
that is the dumbest. That right there.
Health Day,
and this is why old people don't want to fuck with computers, because they've been told shit like that. I don't know how
healthcare professionals and caregivers who are working day and night to keep us safe and to care for our most vulnerable.
I'm gonna have to stop wearing this.
As Canada confronts this pandemic, many have pointed to our healthcare system as a major asset. Ours is a country where health is a right rather than a privilege. And that's something of which we can all be proud.
Which means your rights,
but our healthcare system is only as strong as the people it employs. Whether you're a doctor or a nurse, someone who keeps our hospital clean, or a home care worker, thank you for taking such good care of us. Thank you for everything you've done over the years to help so many of us start a family, overcome an illness, and enjoy longer, healthier lives. We do not need a pandemic or a special day to recognize your essential contributions to this country, but I hope all Canadians will join me in expressing our deepest gratitude. I hope Canadians honk a little louder when your shift ends today and add another rainbow to their window. Du fond du cœur, merci à tous nos aidants naturels et à nos professionnels de la santé.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of our health professionals.
You've been listening to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in his daily briefing here on 680 News. The Prime Minister starting his daily address today with thoughts and good wishes for Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
Dude, that should be at like 9 o'clock. We should be hearing this over the PA system that's built into the lampposts while we're lining up for our supervised
breakfast. Did highlight over 5,000 companies that now stepped up to help in the wake of the pandemic. Among those, they were working with companies that will make 30,000 made-in-Canada ventilators and others using materials to make medical gowns for our healthcare staff. The Prime Minister saying they are working with parliamentarians right now to figure out when they can recall the House of Commons to pass those new economic measures.
You might do it over the phone?
Coming up at 11:30.
680 News Time, 11:25.
You don't have the speaker and the page and the speaker phone.
Flexible than bank
You
lending
put the speaker phone in front of the
with several
speaker.
regulations after the financial crisis, traditional
phone.
banks have cut back on lending to
They take turns
homeowners.
saying,
With
yes,
a home equity
yes,
loan from
would like to
Capital
do
Direct,
this.
the money that you could use is a simple phone call away. Whether it's home
Televise it
renovation,
all,
college
no
tuition,
fucking
or you
difference. No,
just
you're all
want to
gonna
pay
go to
down
the
taxes,
same building,
Capital
get
Direct
sick,
can
and
help.
spread it to the whole
Go
fucking
direct.
country.
Call Capital Direct today
Shit,
at 1-800
everybody's there.
Capital to
Kiss
see what's
every
available for
baby.
you. CA.
A message from Canadian Blood Services. Reason number 2 to join Canada's Lifeline. Donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days. That's why we need donors every day. There are lots of reasons to donate blood. Book now at blood.ca.
Tomorrow, next week, and next month, the need for blood is constant. Check your eligibility to donate and book now at blood.ca.
Sickle cell and B19. You're not getting my blood, and even
Together, we are Canada's
you're not getting it even if you would
Anthony
process
Logo.
it. I don't think
Our
you
family
would.
has been proud to serve Ontarians
I
for
don't
over
think you
60
screen it
years.
for the
And like your
B19. I think you
family,
go, oh,
we're
it's
doing our
harmless
best
to most
stay
people.
positive during these
Don't trust these
challenging times.
motherfuckers.
I'd like to thank all our team members for their continued commitment to serving our community. And I'm grateful to our loyal guests for being patient with us and with each other while we do our best to keep our shelves stocked, our stores clean, and our community safe. And even though
You're
we're all
doing that
trying to
before,
keep our
buddy?
distance,
Oh.
I hope this experience will bring us all closer together.
No, I don't want to know who the fuck you are, buddy. That's what my face is.
Time 11:26.
Time now for the 680 News Business
I'm not
Report.
sick, I just don't want you to know who I am.
With Chris McCusker. Chris, we
I
are
don't wanna talk to
talking
you.
games, some big old
I don't wanna
games
tell the
today
computer my birthday.
when it comes to Bay and Wall Street.
That's right. We've got gains for a second straight day, and this still connected somewhat to a degree of optimism around coronavirus cases and deaths easing in some places. Now, New York just reported the largest daily increase in virus deaths. The UK also reporting its deadliest day. Markets, though, are holding on to gains. Right now, the Dow is up by 492. The S&P up by 44. The NASDAQ higher by 83. The NASDAQ, by the way, looking at back-to-back gains for the first time in more than a month. And then the TSX is higher by 181. 13,774. Now, all of this looks good right now, but we should expect volatility in the near term. David Baskin is the president at Baskin Wealth Management.
Yeah, I guess you have to remember that the drop in the market was really precipitous, really fast, much more violent than anything that I've experienced in my 28 years of doing this. So I guess
when you phrase it like that, I gotta wonder how violent is the stock trading game, bro.
Day on the Dow was a big deal. Now it's, if it's less than 1,000,
Give me them certificates. Give me them certificates.
We're kind of living in a different reality in lots of ways.
Now on Bay Street, we're seeing some strength today in Canadian grocers. Loblaw hit an all-time high at $77. Right now it's down 36 cents, 75.08. Shares in Metro right now up by about 0.5%. Gold essentially flat, 16.93.
Metro the store or the
Oil higher by 34 cents, 26.42. G20 nations will meet virtually on Friday to discuss the oil market. That is the day after OPEC is set to discuss a production cut. And the Canadian dollar right now is higher by 0.5 cent, 71.42 cents US. I'm Chris McCusker. This is 680 News.
I'm here with Bill Coy of Coy Brothers, and we're talking about Coy Brothers 1 and Coy Brothers 2.
One's bricks and mortar, and the second is our online store.
I hear both are equally as great, except if I shop online, I can't see